Okay, should we kick it off?
Let's do it.
Okay, so this is the Masset Journal. This is our second episode. Tyler and I are coming to you with another weekly update. We've had some customers and prospects sign up to get this newsletter, to get these videos on a regular basis. And we're excited about all the people that signed up and the people that we can share this with and put it on the website. For anyone new to the series, quick recap. Tyler and I are building our SaaS business, Masset, in public. And we're going to share as much information as we possibly can and let you guys get an inside view into the business to kind of understand the inner workings and updates and all sorts of stuff. It's a ton of fun and we love it. So yeah, here's our experience and here's what we've done every week. Tyler, why don't you kick it off? What did we get done this week and what are we focusing on next week?
Yeah, so this week, more customer updates. So all customers that are listening, congratulations. We have had a request on the backlog for a while to do custom image formats on downloads. So this is the ability in your company settings to be able to go and configure, hey, I want to have a small size, a medium size, a large size, whatever you want it to be, and set the dimensions on it. And then with that, be able to specify the output formats, which are WebP, JPEG, and PNG. So on any image asset, you can now download, if those are configured, you can now download the custom sizes. So that can help if you're distributing a raw file, raw in terms of like big and whatever it is, and need to have a production ready file for your other teams, you can use it to do that. So really great. And then we did some technical improvements to be able to support that. And, if it turns out that, generating previews, generally how we do it is pretty organic based on the traffic that people are using. But if you start supporting things like that, where they're doing custom downloads, it can get pretty spiky. So we put some infrastructure upgrades in there. So customers, hopefully you can see the improvements there. Things should be a little bit snappier for you. A preview should generate quicker and you should have some general performance improvements there. So that was it for this week for me. I also saw Les Mis, which is very important. So we did that this week. And then next week, we'll be hopefully doubling back down on the HubSpot integration.
I love it. That's amazing.
What about you?
So this week for me, a lot of it was refining the website. Anytime you launch a new website, you find errors. Again, you feel like there's lots of improvements. And so a lot of work's been done on the website. It's a much better experience now. And one of the things that we're starting to build out is kind of an instruction guide about how to do and work with some of these new features. And we want it to be video based. That's one of the easiest ways to consume content. So like Tyler just mentioned with this new feature, I'll be making a video here shortly that'll be available on the website for you to be able to view and look at the content and understand how it all works. And we'll do the email updates, making sure everyone knows about the updates. Other than that, honestly, a lot of work has been done in our outreach programs this week. So we've been experimenting with different channels and ways to get a hold of SaaS businesses and let them know about our product and things like that. And one of those channels was cold email outreach. And we decided to work
Much to our
with it.
dismay.
Yeah.
Much to our own personal dismay.
We've heard so much that it's a must-have channel, right? And I've seen past success with this, but it really bothered us to go down this road. So we were pretty hesitant, but we found a group that was really reputable and really good people. And we tried to do outbound email the best way we could and be true to ourselves. And the results just didn't hit, to be honest. And again, we kind of felt wrong about it the whole time because it's just not something we like. So we pulled the plug on that channel and we have some new ones in the works, and I will happily share the results as they come out. But there's going to be a lot of cool stuff around content. Again, we believe the number one way to scale and grow a business is to make sure that the people you want to work with know your story. There's this cool philosophy that 95% of your target market is not actually ready to buy today, and 5% are. So we need to spend time on the 95% and do a better job telling our story. And when they become the 5%, that's when we need to start showing those case studies and all of those things lower on in the funnel. So we're working on ways to get our message in front of the 95%. There are things like the Content Amplified podcast that has a great viewership, great guests. It's a wonderful way for us to get our name out there and prove that we love content and we love everything we're talking about and we're experts at what we do. The other one is we have ongoing articles. We have all sorts of really good material out there. So we're trying to amplify that. We're trying to make sure that more people can see the content, get the benefit from it, and hopefully it strikes up this curiosity about who we are and what we do and why we're doing it. And you can see content like this and see the feature sets and, what's fundamentally different about who we are. And hopefully we're doing a pretty good job of telling that story on the website and other places. And if that resonates with you, we'd love to work with you. And if it doesn't, there's probably a better fit for you somewhere else. And so that's kind of the objective here. And we're really using our own platform, our own tools to really figure this out and move forward. But we're all in on content. We're all in on using the right techniques and channels and honestly getting in front of you, our audience, in the ways that you want to be engaged with. We want to do it the right way and not feel slimy about it like cold email. So that whole system got cut off and we're moving towards new and greener pastures.
So Ben and I, we'll talk about this in just a second, but we're fully remote, and so we have once a month we do an on-site meeting with the two of us, or we kind of sit in a room for the majority of the day. Then we have lunch and fun stuff like that. But on there, it's fun to talk about the exact thing Ben was just talking about, right? Like we had this discussion around how do we ourselves embody, a content strategy that we want our customers to be able to embody as well, right? And then how do we make Masset be that platform to be able to enable the best content strategy for ourselves and for other people as well? So it was really fun. I'm really excited for what we see in the future from that.
Yeah, we've got a really unique perspective on the space. Again, we just want to help businesses tell their story and make sure that everyone in the
Yeah.
business can tell the same story in the best way possible. And we're going to make tools that are super easy to use, yet crazy powerful. And we do have tools that are easy to use and crazy powerful. So it's really easy just to share the story and be a story generating and sharing machine. Like that's what we want to see in SaaS, and we're excited to help. Yeah, the vision is coming together. Obviously there's always pivots as time goes on, and we feel like we're making those micro adjustments at this point in time to point us in the right direction. And lots of fun conversations. Again, we're still figuring it out. Just like anyone, we're going to test channels that fall flat on their face, and that's okay. That's a lesson to be learned, and it's something good for us to move forward with.
You measure, you learn, you move forward, right?
Oh yeah. The straw that broke the camel's back on this one was we did get a demo request that came through at the very end, but it was with one of our biggest competitors. So it was one of those things where like, okay, and he was a great guy. We actually met and all sorts of stuff, but it was kind of funny to say, okay, there's probably better things we could do with our money and other resources than get in front of competitors and stuff like that. And overall, that wasn't the only thing. We didn't see a ton of viable results coming from that channel.
I don't fault the team that we went with. Like they were doing a terrific job and they were doing everything they needed to. And it's like, well, maybe our message just quite isn't there yet, right? We need to tweak that a little bit before we have that type of channel as well.
100%. When you look at that channel and the numbers that you have to send out of cold emails every day to be somewhat productive, it's a little heart wrenching, like knowing how many inboxes you're going to pester
Yeah.
just to get a small percentage of replies. It's just something we weren't like 100% gung ho on, but we still tried it and, we got out of it.
It didn't work. Is that what we're relieved it didn't work and that we could turn it off? As it?
Yeah, it's true. It's one of those, okay, it's not a necessary evil that we have to participate in. Something also that was really fun this week, and this is one of my favorite things that was really cool. I have reached out to customers, always asking, hey, is there anything else we can do for you? Things like that. And one of our awesome customers reached back and said, no, you can't do anything for us. In fact, the one thing I was going to tell you, the update came literally the day that I was going to request this new feature. So hats off to you. And then she just started kind of raving on about, hey, I really love the product. Here's what the team loves. Everyone uses it, things like that. And it's one of those moments as an entrepreneur where you're just like, this is that energy that keeps me going. For a while, I used to play golf and I'm not good at it. And like almost every amateur golfer knows this feeling, but you go out, you play a terrible round of golf. And then on the last hole, you hit one good shot. And then you're like, okay, I can be a good golfer. I can do this. And like all of a sudden you're rejuvenated. There are times where entrepreneurship kind of beats you down and it's kind of the name of the game. But those emails are that moment in time where I'm like, we're doing something right. And it's fun to hear that from our customers and people that we know and respect. We'll keep this one short.
Yeah, just a quick one this week. We appreciate everybody. We appreciate you guys, all your feedback, all your help. So keep it coming. We'll see you next week. See ya.